who were just, attorneys for real estate, or maybe
financial planner,
pharmacists.
Boring.
Boring. Okay, Big Ange. What's so?
My last boyfriend told me every day's your birthday. I went, that's the kind of guy I like.
All right. Now, what does he mean by that? What did he mean by that?
Every day you get whatever you want.
All right.
And you don't feel any guilt taking things?
No.
Why should we feel? We're girlfriends. We're loyal women that are supporting them. It's not like we're shaking them down.
No, but you're in a relationship with them.
My father was very upset that I dated this.
Yeah.
Now your father was very upset.
My father was extremely upset.
This is Drita, by the way.
He didn't understand. He was like, why would you go into this knowing what the outcome can be? Why would you date this type of man? And my brother was like, dude, who's going to date her?
Oh my God!
I was like, thanks. He was like, she's nuts.
Drita, I have a question for you. I'm so sorry. Please don't take this the wrong way. But I was thinking to myself this season, because I think in the first episode, you and Carla were talking in the pool about who are you going to date. Who are you looking for? Who is going to date Drita? You know what I mean? Like, are you
scared of you?
Well, you know what? It's not. Honestly, I'm making a joke out of it, but the truth is, I am the way I am, so it's not easy for a guy to, like, my brother went to college. He has college friends. They would be like, hey, your sister's beautiful, but they were out of there.
So what kind of guy is going to get to be with you now that you're moving on, that you're, not going to be with Lee anymore?
Honestly, I've been single for a while now. Do you see anybody here outside?
Really? Wow.
Listen, I don't know. I think that I'm going to have an issue dating.
They should do a dating show on you.
You know what?
Dating Drita.
Oh my God. Okay.
We all need a dating show. We need a date.
All right. So, what if your daughter comes up to you and brings a guy home, and you know this kid is trouble. You know that he.
That's easy.
What do you do? Do you
have a son.
Okay, we're and he seems like a very nice guy.
He's a wonderful young man.
Great.
But if you had a daughter and she says, I met this guy. He, he's done this and this, but he's a good guy, Ma. I mean, do you say no? What do you do?
I thought about this, and I know what I would say.
What?
I mean, I would just tell Aaliyah, if you want to date him, you want to be with him, you want to have a child and put the child through the pain and crying and suffering you've been through, you go right ahead doing that.
Almost sound like you started crying as you said that.
No, I don't feel good.
Okay. No, which brings me to, I know you guys have questions, and people are texting and saying Danielle's Italian's coming out.
Yeah, you could, because when I'm from the Bronx originally, when I'm sitting around talking to you guys, I just start talking like that. It just like comes out, like ridiculous.
We all sound like that.
Yeah.
What is it like? Like, and if you can, like, kind of bring that pain up and describe it, when you're sitting there having dinner with your family and there's a knock on the door and they're there to take someone away.
Horrible.
And you know exactly, and sometimes when you hear the knock, you know who it is.
In the show,
yes, Renee.
In the show, you'll actually see something that happened with my family. And the best way to describe that would be heart-wrenching. It's like, how can I explain it? The most painful thing you'll ever experience. It's not, I don't know if it's scary as much as that person's going, so that
and
you might not see them after that particular moment unless it's on a visit. So it's literally like taking a knife and cutting your arms wide open, and it's heart-wrenching.
So the question is, why do you do it? And maybe it's too late to not do it, but if you could do your whole life again, are there things in your life that you would just take out? Things like that?
I would not change my life.
Really?
This is my life. And for me, I can pass a message to the next girl, so maybe the next girl won't make a mistake. So for me, I'm 42. I'm halfway through. I'm not going to change it. I have my son. I've experienced what I have as a young lady. I've had everything. My father didn't go to prison until I was 31. My ex-husband was in and out. For my son's sake, absolutely. But it makes you who you are. And if you can help one person, then you know what? It's worth it for me in the long run.
There you go.
Wow.
Yes, Drita.
I wouldn't. I can't say I would. I regret it because of my daughters. It's hard to say that. But if I could go back in time, I would never put my kids through that pain ever. You don't think like that because when you're a kid, you're young. A, you don't even know what love is. B, then you don't think as a parent because you're not a parent yet. And then once these things happen, like everybody, you're like, oh my God, now I have to deal with this and my kids have to grow up. Like, it's horrendous. Right. I had the worst end of the stick. Right away I got married. Right away he was taken away. He came home, only lasted 2 years. So really, I wasn't even with Lee that long, and I have 2 kids with him. And the whole time I was waiting.
Yeah, waiting. That's what we do a lot of.
Waiting.
It's miserable, alone.
And finally, you, Ange. I mean, you think of the pain, all the painful moments you've experienced in your life. Of course, they've made you the strong woman you are, but you wouldn't change anything.
Nope, my kids, it makes them who they are. They're strong.
That's right.
They learn from everything.
Look, we're having a great conversation, and might I say we're 20 minutes in, and we're still at $1,000 a piece going to their charities. That's right. No one has let the F word slip.
No.
Have you been close? Anyone been close?
Nope.
I was close.
One text message question, then we've got to take a break. Drita, would you ever consider dating a girl? I think you're hot.
No, I'm not a hater. Everybody date whoever they want.
All right.
Not for you.
There you go.
Thank you.
If you're just turning us on, we're having quite the show. We've got Drita.
Well, obviously, with that question, we were just turning you on.
Drita, Renee, Big Ange from Mob Wives. We have more with them coming right up. Big Ange. Big Ange didn't even get cake. That's why Buddy the Cake Boss sent you some happy belated Renee birthday cake. Oh, there you go. Excellent. Turning us on, well, welcome. VH1 Sundays at 8. Of course, you get a brand new Mob Wives. We have Drita. We have Renee. We have Big Ange here from the show. And we had a great first half of the interview. And it did get kind of serious. I'm going to talk about some fun stuff. Because this show, as brutal as you ladies can get, it looks like you're having fun even when you're having bitch fights. It really does. I mean, you guys go for the jugular. You really do.
Oh, she definitely does.
Who's she? Drita?
Drita, yeah. If you're going to go, if you got to go, go. I pull hair. That's not me.
We used to put lemon underneath our nails when we were in school, remember?
Yeah.
Because when you would scratch somebody's skin, it would burn because it would get under their thing.
Oh, don't tell her, Drita.
We pull salt in your mouth.
Drita, did I give you ideas, Drita?
What'd you just say, Ange?
Why did you tell her that?
I'm sorry. Drita, don't do it.
Now, you know what? Even though Renee, Drita, and Big Ange are here, there are Mob Wives that aren't here. Now, would there be a problem if we all had you in this room together for this interview?
Yes.
Really? What would the without thinking about it, Big Ange, where would the problem be?
Next to me.
Drita. So Drita and Karen?
And
Who?
And Ramona?
Ramona's the new girl. She just showed up on this season. And for those people who don't know, Karen and Ramona, I believe they grew up together. So they call themselves cousins, but they're really just like friends from way back. So just to update people on where we're at there.
Yes, us Italians are related to everybody.
Yes, exactly. Everybody's my cousin.
Right.
Speaking of, I have, let me see if this is Ro. Ro, are you there?
Yes, of course.
What an honor to be on with Renee, Drita, and Big Ange. What do you think?
Hi, girl.
Hi.
So what happened with you on Twitter between you and Karen from the show?
Karen needs to be told. Don't mess with my sister from another mister. There's going to be a big problem.
Wait, so you got mad at her for messing with Drita on the show, and you were tweeting her about this, right?
Yes, there's a problem. Yes, she has a problem.
So what happened? I mean, did you guys fight on Twitter?
No, honestly, I didn't think she'd ever respond, but she actually did, and I felt like I got my shine for a minute because I mostly got to her. The truth hurts a little bit, so I was a little excited that she responded.
The truth hurts everybody a little bit.
Yes. I know, Renee, I'm sorry. I know you hate the drama, girl, but I had to.
So, Ro, let me ask you: when you're watching Mob Wives, how many times do you wish you were in the circle in the middle of these fights you see?
Oh no, you don't understand. I went through a television. My husband had to buy me a new one. Yeah, it's serious.
Now, what'd you do to it?
Oh my God!
What'd you throw at the TV?
Yeah. I don't want to say about the TV. It's a problem.
Oh, yeah, you got a problem.
Yeah, you're too into the show now.
Yeah, Ro, please.
I mean,
Wow.
Now, what is your advice for Ro? She's throwing objects at the TV because of your show.
No, don't ever wreck your TV, man.
then you can't see the next episode.
Listen, honestly, I love your support and everything, but you know what? You know, let her live.
Live and let live, because not everybody, believe me, at the end of the day, we're all grown enough to realize that there are certain people that have opinions, there's certain people that have reactions, but if you let those people insult you or change your way of life, then you're going to end up angry and breaking television.
Well, then let me tell you something.
Off your shoulder, honey.
Well, Renee, now that you said that, let me let you know about a tweet that came in the other day. So, you think it's bad to have Renee, Drita, and Big Ange on the show? You think that's a big deal? If these women were so damn smart and powerful, they would have killed those other cows already. Obviously, they're not that powerful.
Someone said that?
Really? They did.
Who said that?
I said that.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
We have a lot of power. It's mental power. We
All
don't
right.
have to have physical power to it.
I got physical power.
Yeah.
You got mental.
Yes. No. I'm sure I got both. No. I just and she's Drita's extremely intelligent, and we could fight with our minds. Then we don't always have to fight with our hands.
So there could never be a mob husband show. Guys would literally they wouldn't be able to have fights. They'd physically kill each other.
They just whack each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, the show wouldn't last very long. Everybody be dead.
I love your honesty, Angela.
I know.
Have any of you ever seen someone killed?
No.
Ever? Would you like to?
Oh, no,
yeah.
stop.
He
Pick someone here. This
pretty
guy right
much
here.
kills
Scary.
Scary every single day.
I've seen someone try to kill somebody.
Really?
Yeah, I was in the middle of stabbing.
Yeah.
But growing
Yeah,
up, like,
I was in a major stabbing. They was stabbing and cutting my boyfriend apart. I had to fight guys.
But you don't know who they were. So.
No, not
It
at all.
doesn't matter. He's asking me a question, and that's what it is. And it was ugly and it was scary. And being in this lifestyle is a lot of scary situations.
I bet.
Yeah.
And I got my ass hand. Ooh.
No, ass is good.
ass is okay.
Hold
Ass
on,
is okay.
hold on. Judges,
like, yeah.
is ass okay?
Ass is fine.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Ass is okay.
How did
Still
you get
got
hurt?
it.
Yeah.
I had a big problem, and you can get hurt. It's not funny. People are no joke.
Do you guys ever get uncomfortable with people being overly nice to you and almost fake because they're afraid of you?
Yeah, are people afraid that you're going to rip their head off or start yelling at them? And what, Renee? What's that look on your face?
Actually, yeah, and I'm really not like that. I mean, I can be extremely confrontational if I'm put in a situation, but for the most part, I'm sweet, right?
Yeah, Renee's always nice to everybody.
Now, if you have to ask, I'm sweet, right?
I could get nasty,
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
If I'm put in a situation, but
As
for
long
the
as you
most
don't
part,
talk about her family, she's sweet.
Yeah, but I feel like that's
Exactly.
anybody.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't everybody feel that way? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
I wouldn't want anybody talking about my family. I'll scratch your face off. But,
there you go.
that doesn't make me a bad person.
100%.
Now, on the show, some of these fights we see, they get crazy. Do you look back on any of these fights and go, oh my gosh, that was fun to let it all out like that. That was kind of cool.
me.
Not you, Drita? No. Are there any fights you look back on the show and you go, really, I was kind of wrong that day? Why did I go off like that? No, Renee says yes.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just shaking my head.
Yeah, Whitney, come on. Give us an example of a fight you started and it was all your fault.
That I started?
Or maybe you made worse and you didn't. It was
I
unnecessary.
made worse that it was No, someone put their hands on me first. No. No. Everyone has a right to defend themselves in that aspect. Carla and I had gotten into it last year. It became a physical confrontation. It wasn't very nice, but for a hot second, it felt good to defend myself because I think in my lifetime I've had maybe 2 fights.
Really?
One was when I was 17. And
How'd you do in that fight in 17?
I won.
You won that? Okay. Was it against a guy or a woman?
No, it was a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a silly fight, but still, it was.
Why are you laughing, Drita?
It's funny.
Yes, you can.
Because it's not a swinging fight.
No, but I still wouldn't want to
It was
do
an
that.
outright cat. It was in my car. She pulled my hair. We were kicking each other.
Oh, my God.
It was some crazy thing. She cursed my father. I cursed her father. And then we landed on the ground.
But you know what? That is the biggest, Renee, that's